On 1st and 10, Eason. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 52, 49, check 49. Easy. Jumper.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Watch it. What's good?
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At their 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
59. Go 14. 59 mark. 59 mark. Check. 59. Blue down. 19. He's crashing. Easy. Check.
Throwing now. Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
There. We want it. Come to my work. Under 10. 10. 11-3. 10. 6 guys.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And Dixon has it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
152 fighter. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And here he's got Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Steps away to his left. Completes it to Dixon. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on first down. Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Right there, 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On second and 11 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 25 yards that time. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. This is Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. Gets around him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
6-6, pull it out.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Mike's 50. Hey, do. Switch. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson forced out to his left. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On first down, it's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Jennett's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Right here. Check.
Now a draw play for Gurley. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Looking to throw. Eason. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And he'll go down at the 28. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Check, check. Watch the flash. Watch the flash. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Hey, look. Left half. Check 99.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Short boot taken at the 21. And he'll take this one near the 25, caught at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Eason. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Brought down back at the 27.
Go. 90 Wolf.
So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson rolling to his left. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check 31. Go.
Now again, right side. Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them in their game.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Check safety.
Here's Carson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Good job right there. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Byron Jones, the free safety, able to get a hand on it and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They run it with Carson, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Wilson buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
218, chopper. Check Alpha. Check 13. Bang, 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 bang. 61, match 5.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Hey, Steve 6.
Looking to throw. Eason. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll get 34 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Back now in Miami, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.